as one interconnected ocean, a vast blue expanse critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the story of the ocean with all its splendor and uncertainty than the killer whale, or as it's scientifically known, the Orcinus orca. The orca lives in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the mighty Pacific and beyond. This whale's story is the ocean's story, and it is one we all share.
Welcome to SeaWorld's Orca Encounter. My name is Ai, and I'm so honored to introduce you to this intriguing and majestic animal. Seeing a killer whale up close and learning about them and their natural behaviors. We hope that this Orca encounter will give you a better understanding of this magnificent creature and all that they represent.
While they are found in every ocean, orcas living off the coast of Iceland are quite different than those near Costa Rica. In fact, there are at least 10 types, or ecotypes, of killer whales. An ecotype describes the differences between killer whale size, physical form, prey, social structure, and habitat. As you can see, the differences are subtle, but noticeable when compared side by side. Orcas are adapted perfectly to their environments. And even the whale's black and white coloration has a purpose. It camouflages the outline of their bodies in the water, making it easier for them to surprise and catch their prey. When viewed from above, the black of the whale blends in with the dark depths of the ocean. When viewed from below, the orca's white bellies match the brighter surface of the water, blending with the light above, giving them the perfect camouflage.
Natural wonder, and Orchid here is going to help me show you some of their physical characteristics. Their blowhole is perfectly designed for getting a quick breath of air at the surface of the water. Even the location of their eyes works to their advantage. It looks like their eyes are in this white patch, but that's a visual distraction. Their eyes are actually in the black area in front of the white patch, camouflage from thrashing prey. The fin on top of the whale is called a dorsal fin, which helps stabilize the orcas when they are swimming and regulates body temperature. Because there are no bone or muscle structures in it, you may see them curved. flippers on either side of the orca's body are called pectoral flippers, which are mainly used for steering and stopping. Each pectoral flipper has 5 bony digits inside of them, just like the human hand. And the lobes on either side of the tail are called flukes. Now, the tail fluke is a killer whale's engine, propelling them close to 30 miles per hour, just as fast as some of our speedboats. But they swim the fastest and use the most power when they're propelling their nearly 10,000-pound bodies all the way up and out of the water.
Killer whales are highly social animals, with a well-defined social structure. An orcapod is always led by a female. Though just half the size of her male counterpart, she is in charge. It's all about attitude, not size. Because they live and work as a group, orcas need to communicate with sounds and body language. Orcas use clicks for echolocation or navigation. Whistles to socialize in the pod. And calls for group coordination and hunting. Vocal development studies here at SeaWorld show that early on, calves learn vocalization from their mothers. But as they grow, they learn from others close to them as well. This is a bottlenose dolphin call that Shiva learned and even taught other killer whales here at SeaWorld. In fact, orcas are the largest members of the dolphin family. Whales here and in the wild use vocalization to communicate all the time.
Like all animals, killer whales use body language as a form of communication. A pectoral slap is used to show dominance or to get noticed. For example, a mother may use a pectoral slap to get her calf's attention. But if they really want to be heard, they breach. Spy hopping is how killer whales coordinate and get a view of their surroundings when they hunt. Fluke slaps are also another form of communication killer whales use both in the wild and right here at SeaWorld. Orcas are excellent communicators, so it's no wonder they're at the top of the ocean's food chain.
Killer whales work together to rear their young, protect their pod, and most importantly, pursue and catch their prey. Every day they cooperate, to survive in the wild oceans of the world. Orca's hunting techniques are as varied as the whales themselves. Norwegian killer whales will circle herring, herding them together. The whales use sounds to coordinate with each other and to disorient the herd. With the fish confused and contained, the whales stun them with their powerful tail flips, making for an easy meal.
Of the southern hemisphere will capture sea lions by pulling them right off the beach. Watch as Ulises show you that same behavior and movement right in front of you. Antarctic orcas will actually create waves that wash over floating ice, knocking unsuspecting seals right into the water. You can see Orkid and Makani show you that same wave-making technique, demonstrating one of the many camouflage and impressive hunting abilities killer whales have developed around the world. All those waves crashing in front of you, but you truly can't imagine the power of the killer whale's waves and the amount of water it displaces until you experience it firsthand. Luckily, I have two brave volunteers, Clara and Jared, coming on up to feel the power of the waves. Let's give them a big round of applause, you guys. Go ahead, take a seat right over there. All right, hold on tight, lean up against the glass. All right, are you guys ready? Yeah! Are you guys ready to see them get wet? Woo! There we go. We got Ulises coming on over. All right, and the waves coming. Woo! Very nice. Let's give them a big round of applause, you guys. Come on, now. Good job. High five. There we go. In every part of the ocean, it's no surprise that killer whales eat all types of prey, including other whales. The blue whale that you see on the screen in front of you is the largest animal on Earth. It is 5 times longer and 50 times heavier than a killer whale. So, how does a killer whale this size eat a whale that size in the wild? Well, it's possible because killer whales are the ultimate team players.
In this example, we see the larger male orcas surround a sperm whale, forming a perimeter, while the females continue to drive the whale forward until it reaches exhaustion. The calves then move in to join the adults in the group. Whatever their prey, killer whales always cooperate and hunt together, making them a highly successful predator.
Play is an important part of everyday life for a killer whale. It's how they teach their young whales to hunt and practice their skills as they grow. Orcas spend a lot of time interacting and showing their playful side, both in the wild and right here at SeaWorld. Porpoising is when an orca swims fast at the surface, breaking out of the water just briefly. do this when catching a ride in a wake of a boat or when surfing in a wave. Orcas like to touch each other and rub bellies on rocks when they can. You can see our whales do this here, just like killer whales in British Columbia. You'll also see whales imitate each other in the wild. We see it here at SeaWorld all the time. The whales are constantly mimicking and learning from each other. Playful behavior does have a purpose. A tail whip is used in hunting to stun fish, but today, these orcas might just be stunning all of you. We interact with our whales all day, every day, which allows us to share trusted relationships and provide optimal research, healthcare, and quality of life. The whales here take an active role in their own health and well-being. For example, we can ask them to roll over and present us with their tail, which is helpful whenever we need to take a blood sample from their poop vein in order to ensure that they're healthy. We can also ask them to slide out onto a scale, just as you see Orchid doing it on the screen in front of you to monitor their weight. We can even ask for a breath sample from their blowhole, all because of the relationship that we have built day after day right here at SeaWorld. Now I'd like to go ahead and take a minute to introduce a very special member of our pod here. Let's give it up for Corky! Corky is our oldest whale here at 58 years old. But don't let that age fool you. She is one of the most athletic and loves to get her exercise in. She has inspired millions around the world and hopefully all of you guys to continue to conserve and protect the ocean environment and their wild counterparts. We challenge our whales every day to learn new things, to engage and stimulate their minds. Diet, exercise, and of course play help keep these orcas in great shape.
The whales here at SeaWorld have helped killer whales in the wild by participating in many research studies. One ongoing study monitors the whale's heart rate and breathing to understand how marine noise pollution from ship engines and other sources affect wild populations. In another study, scientists from NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, took measurements of the killer whale's range, including oxygens. By comparing these measurements with drone footage of killer whales in the wild, scientists are able to monitor the wild population's nutritional and reproductive states. Other research has been done here at SeaWorld on the mother whale's milk composition. This research will help create an effective model to understand how toxins in the ocean impact wild killer whales and their milk supply. What we learn from the whales in our care every day is actively helping whales in the wild survive. And just by being here today, you've supported our rescue, research, and conservation efforts all around the world. If we work together, like the killer whale, we can protect the future of the Orca and this beautiful planet that we all share.